Hello, hello. Welcome to Healthy Perspectives, a podcast that takes on current cultural and social issues through a clinical lens. Hello. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate your time. Thank you for giving it to us. We value it a lot. I'm starting a new segment today, and it is the backpack. I don't know what else to call it. It's what makes the most sense. So for the next several weeks, I'm not sure exactly how long I'll keep this segment going, but it's a developmental backpack. We are going to use it to grow you, if you're interested. So what is this backpack? Imagine for a moment that you have this empty backpack. We're going to call it life. And you have to decide what you're going to put in it. Where do you start? Where do you start? Do you start with the keys, the pens, pencils, silverware, mail, vitamins? Do you start with, your water bottles and your little trinkets? Where do you start? Or do you skip those? Go right for the big things, the laundry detergent, the toilet paper roll, the rolls that you have out in the garage, or maybe you go for the container of oil that you put in your car, or how about the laundry bin, or lamps, or what about the end table? Or maybe you skip all those things and you go straight to the hey, I'm going to have my bed and my dressers and my cars and my house and my lawnmowers and four-wheelers and all my toys, of course, my Frisbees, my toolbox. What about my surfboard or my shovels? Couches, maybe. That's just a list of things, folks. But you have this backpack. You still have to put other things in there. How about dreams, fears, emotions, thoughts, forgiveness? What about even relationships? Broken relationships? Those got to fit in there too. How about morals? Where are you going to put your morals? Are you going to stick those in your backpack? Go on, pack it all in. How much does this thing weigh? Do you feel the straps bearing down on your shoulders? Do you feel the weight of this thing? Of course you do. How could you not feel the weight of this thing? You definitely feel it. It probably looks something, for those of you who are following along, like this. If you're watching on Rumble or YouTube, you're seeing it. Watch this couple of seconds. It's very, very simple. This is what it feels like. Is that what your backpack feels like? Yeah, it probably does. And how much it weighs? Oh my gosh. How do you decide what to put in it? Once that thing's filled up, how do you decide what to take out? And like I said, you have this backpack. And so one of the things we're going to be doing in this particular segment is we're going to be taking a look at your backpack. And if you follow along, there's a lot of potential growth here. If you participate, there's even more. So make sure you send me an email. You get on. I'm not hard to find, folks. Just go into the description of this podcast from whatever platform you're using. Don't even care. Just go into the description. You will be able to track me down. Let me know what's in your backpack. Are you putting religion or politics or money or people, memories? What are you putting in your backpack? And here's the weird part. We fill up this backpack we call life. We fill it up and we expect to have everything at every moment that we have collected along the way. And we wonder why it's so difficult. It's pretty obvious why it's so difficult, isn't it? You've been collecting for, maybe you're young and you're listening and you've only been collecting for 14, 15 years. Maybe you're older and you're listening and you've been collecting for 40, 50. Maybe you've been collecting for 60 or 70 years. And you wonder why it's difficult. Now imagine for a second, what happens if someone tries to take your things out of your backpack? Oh my goodness. Game on, my friend, game on. You don't mess with somebody's backpack. Or what if the weight of it is just so burdensome that you just keep falling and falling and falling, and you get up and you fall and you get up and you fall and and the weight of it is just bogging you down to the point that it's forcing you to say, what can I take out? And now you're at a decision point and you have to figure out what to let go of. Do I let go of the love? Do I let go of the shame? Do I let go of the politics? Do I let go of the money? Do I let go of the fame? And what do I let go of? Or what if your backpack caught on fire? It was all disappearing right before your eyes. You had just enough time to throw it off just to see the flames growing bigger and bigger. We might call that trauma. Yeah. Very likely we would call that trauma. And then when we do decide to empty something out, why do we go back and pick it up? It's like it takes us 5 years to get to the point where, like, yes, I'm ready to part with this thing that I haven't used, or this relationship that has been terrible for me, toxically terrible. And I finally let go, only to turn around and run right back and pick it up all over again. And I do it again and again. What if we could decide to empty some of this stuff out and not pick it up? Maybe something like the time you yelled at somebody you love. To just take it out of the backpack and leave it there. Move on from it. Or how about the time you relapsed into your addiction? How about all the times you relapsed and then you turned around and scooped it back up? All that shame that came rushing back, that failure. Or that, how about the other things that you keep in there? Your secrets, lies, deceptions, the ones you keep even telling yourself. It's just pornography. It won't hurt anybody. But instead, your wife or your husband is lonely because you won't go to them. How about somebody that you called a name and it's just stuck with you? Is this kind of stuff in your backpack? How about all the times you went to work and pretended that was how you loved and prioritized your family? But you missed the games. You decided to go to the garage and work on something instead of dealing with something with your spouse or your kid, and you just avoided it. In the coming weeks, we're going to talk about the backpack, and we're going to part it out a little bit. The whole goal is to explore, one, what's in the backpack. Or two, the question of, should I keep it? There are some things you should carry. There are things you should carry in your backpack. If you decide that there's something that you should let go, how do you leave it? Like truly leave it behind. Not go back and pick it up. Not pretend to set it down, but throw it in the backpack on the way. Or how about this one? You take it out, you set it down, and somebody else in your life comes along, picks it up, and they bring it back to you. That stuff happens. So we want to talk about how to leave it, truly leave it behind. Notice, we're going to have to inform people that we're leaving it behind, because otherwise they might pick it up and give it back to us, which would defeat the purpose. That's what's coming, folks, in the future episodes of the backpack. If you've got ideas of things that are in your backpack that you think we ought to address in here, please send me a note. Let me know what you think it is. If it's something that we can handle in this forum, we'll absolutely do it. We're here to help. That's what we do. That's why we do this. So I hope I've set the stage. I hope you're excited about what this could become. And just as much as all of that, I hope you participate, because you matter, and your stuff, whatever it is that's going on, we'd love to address it if we can. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you have a great weekend. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening. We appreciate our audience a lot, so we give you some simple ways to track us down. Please like, subscribe, and follow all the podcasts on different platforms, but you can also email us at healthyperspectives@protonmail.com, or you can check out our website at healthy-perspectives.com/podcast. It's a backward slash. So if you want to go to our landing page, if you go to healthy-perspectives.com, you'll still find us. You just got to click on the podcast button. Thank you so much.